How many times have you promised yourself you'd get it together? How many mornings have you opened your eyes and felt that same weight on your chest, knowing your words keep hurting people you love? Your thoughts keep dragging you down, your mood flips on you like a switch you don't own, and your money slips through your fingers faster than you can earn it. You scroll through other people's perfect lives wondering why yours feels stuck on repeat. Deep down, you know it's not bad luck. It's that you're living with your hands off the wheel. So today, let's get real about the only truth that can set you free. No one's coming to fix this but you. And you can't fix what you don't. You've been told your whole life that life just happens to you. That some people are born lucky, some get all the breaks, some are just naturally disciplined. And you're stuck fighting battles you can't win. But here's the truth no one likes to say out loud. You're not losing because of what's out there. You're losing because of what's in here. The thoughts you let run wild when no one's listening. The words you speak like weapons turned on yourself. The moods you let dictate your day before the day even begins. The money that controls you because you never learned to control it. The real problem is not that you're unlucky or not smart enough. The real problem is you were never taught to guard the gates of your own mind. No one sat you down and showed you how to speak life instead of defeat, how to protect your energy when the world tries to drain you, how to tell your money where to go before it disappears. So you drift through days hoping something outside you will magically fix what's broken inside. But it won't. Because your life today is just the echo of what you allowed yesterday. Your unchecked thoughts, your careless words, your reckless moods, your blind spending. If you don't see this now, you'll keep spinning the same circle 10 years from now. This is not about the world being unfair. This is about you finally seeing the hidden truth. Picture this, 10 years from now, you're still waking up with that same tight knot in your chest. You're still biting your tongue after saying something you regret because you couldn't hold your mouth. You're still lying awake at night replaying the same fearful thoughts that stop you from taking a chance. You're still letting one bad mood ruin a whole week. You're still broke every month no matter how hard you work. That's the real cost of doing nothing. Nothing changes. Nothing grows. Nothing heals. Look around you. How many people do you know stuck in the same job for years, hating every Monday but doing nothing to shift their thinking? How many friendships, marriages, families break apart because someone couldn't control the poison in their words? How many people blow every paycheck on distractions because they're too afraid to face the truth that they feel empty inside? And then they blame the economy, the boss, their childhood, the system. But what if the real thief is the chaos they never dared to tame? Most people waste a lifetime waiting for the right time to act. When the mood is better, when the stress is less, when there's more money. But the truth is, if you can't control the small leaks, your mouth, your mind, your moods, your money, nothing you build will hold. You'll keep patching holes in a sinking ship. You think ignoring it is easier. It's not. Because the price of ignoring it is regret. Slow, suffocating regret that hits you when you're too old to run back and fix it. The words you can't take back. The dreams you never chased. The debt you never escaped. The energy you wasted on anger instead of purpose. So ask yourself now, what's the real cost of letting this slide one more year? One more month? One more day? Because you're paying for it with your life, minute by minute, day by day, and you don't get a refund. Wake up before it drains you dry. So what if I told you there's no secret hack? Just a simple shift that most people are too distracted or too afraid to try. The breakthrough is this: your life doesn't change when you get more. It changes when you master what you already have. You already have words, use them like seeds, not daggers. You already have thoughts, train them like muscles, not chains. You already feel moods, ride them, don't drown in them. You already earn money. Direct it like a leader, don't let it boss you around. Most people keep looking for some fancy system or perfect moment. They buy planners, download apps, read quotes, and then wonder why nothing sticks. It's because they skip the real work, choosing control every single day. The real switch is unglamorous but unbreakable: discipline. Not punishment, discipline. The choice to pause your mouth before it spills poison. The choice to catch a thought before it wrecks your courage. The choice to guard your mood before it wrecks your energy. The choice to tell your money where to go before it disappears. This is the quiet edge that separates people who stay stuck from people who build real freedom. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for your life like no one else will, because no one else will. Master these four and you become the person other people watch and wonder, how do they keep it together? The answer is boring. They chose control where everyone else. Here's why this works. Because your life is wired to follow the commands you give it, whether you know it or not. Every word you say is like planting a seed in the soil of your future. Speak carelessly, you harvest weeds of regret. Speak with intention, you grow doors you never saw coming. It's not magic, it's your brain's default wiring. When you repeat something, your mind believes it. When you believe it, you act on it. Same with your thoughts. Your mind is a filter and a factory. Whatever you feed it, it multiplies. If you feed it doubt, it manufactures hesitation. If you feed it faith and discipline, it produces courage. That's why controlling your thoughts isn't just wishful thinking. It's the foundation for any action you'll ever take. You can't act bigger than the thoughts you hold onto. Your mood, it's the atmosphere that colors your choices. A reckless mood can turn a small problem into a full-blown war. A steady mood can keep you clear when life tries to knock you off balance. People think emotions just happen to them. But truth is, your mind triggers your mood and your words reinforce it. They're all linked like a chain: thought, word, feeling, action. And money? Money is just proof of your discipline in the real world. It exposes if you're a master or a slave to impulse. People think more money will fix their stress. But if you can't control $100, 100,000 will just amplify your chaos. That's why budgeting works. Not because it's complicated, but because it's a signal to your brain. I'm the boss here. When you master these four, you're not fighting life anymore, you're directing it. You don't get tossed around by every mood swing, every passing thought, every paycheck. You steer. And that's why it works. Because it puts you back in the driver's seat where you've belonged. So how do you actually do it? How do you stop letting these four run wild and start putting them to work for you instead of against you? It's simpler than you think. Simple doesn't mean easy, but simple means possible. Start with 4 steps, one for each piece of your life you're taking back. Step 1, master your words. For the next 7 days, catch one sentence you normally say without thinking, something negative, complaining, blaming. Stop at mid-sentence if you have to. Replace it with a phrase that builds instead of breaks. You'll feel stupid at first. Do it anyway. Step 2, take your thoughts off autopilot. Pick one limiting thought. I'm not good enough. I never have enough money. I can't control my anger. Write it down, challenge it like you de-challenge a liar. What evidence says that's true? What proof says it's not? Replace it with a stronger thought and repeat it until it feels like yours. Step 3, steady your mood. The next time you feel yourself slipping into anger, fear, or frustration, pause, breathe, name it. This is anger. Step back from it like you're watching someone else feel it. This tiny pause breaks the cycle. It reminds you you're not your mood, you're the one who gets to choose what happens next. Step 4, take charge of your money. Today, track every cent you spend. Yes, even the coffee, the snack, the scroll by on your phone. Awareness is power. Tomorrow, look at that list. Ask, what's one thing I can cut or redirect to something that actually builds my future? Small steps now, freedom later. Don't overthink this. One word, let me show you this is real. A few years ago, there was a man named David. Just a regular guy working long hours, always broke, always angry, always stuck. Every Monday, he promised he'd fix his life. By Friday, he was drained and blaming everyone but himself. He'd snap at his kids for no reason. He'd spend money he didn't have to feel better for an hour. He'd lie awake at night thinking about everything he couldn't change, never seeing what he could. One day, he heard a line that punched him in the gut. Your words shape your world. That was it. Not a big course, not a perfect plan, just that sentence. He decided to test it. For a week, he forced himself to stop saying, I can't afford it. He swapped it with, how can I afford it? He shut his mouth when he wanted to blame his wife, his boss, the economy. He told himself every morning, if I can speak it, I can build it. That tiny shift changed how he showed up at work. He got clearer, calmer. He stopped burning bridges with careless words. He started learning how money worked instead of staying scared of it. He still had bad days, everyone does. But his bad days didn't own him anymore. They didn't empty his wallet or poison his house. Fast forward, he paid off debt, built a small side hustle, and showed his kids how to handle frustration without throwing words like knives. Not because he became perfect overnight, but because he mastered what he could control. And that was enough to change everything else. Remember this, the difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't luck. It's one honest decision to control what you say, think. Most people fail at this not because they're weak, but because they underestimate how sneaky old habits are. You'll feel the rush of control for a week. Then your mouth slips back to gossip and blame. Your mind drifts back to worst-case scenarios when you're tired. Your mood hijacks your day because you skipped sleep or stayed stuck in drama. Your wallet empties fast when you treat spending like therapy. Here's the trap. You think missing once means you're back to zero. You tell yourself, I knew I'd mess this up, and you let that one slip turn into a full collapse. That's the lie that keeps you stuck. Mastery doesn't mean you never trip. It means you catch yourself faster every time you do. It means you expect the slip and you plan for it. So watch for these common traps. First, don't aim for giant leaps. Big overnight changes burn out fast. Take small wins seriously. One word held back, one expense avoided, one negative thought flipped. Second, don't do this alone if you don't have to. Tell someone you trust. Accountability keeps you honest when motivation fades. Third, never confuse your feelings with facts. Just because you feel tired, angry, or broke today doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. Rest if you must, then get back behind the wheel. A control doesn't mean you force life to be perfect. It means when life tests you, and it will, here's the bottom line. If you've listened this far, you know exactly what needs to happen next. You can't just nod and save this in your mind like another motivational clip you forget tomorrow. You need to move, not next week. Not when life calms down. Now, because if you don't act today, tomorrow will look just like yesterday, and you already know how that story ends. So here's your first move, pick one. Don't tackle all four at once. Pick the one leaking the most power out of your life. Maybe it's your mouth. Start by pausing before you speak that sharp word. Maybe it's your thoughts. Write down one lie you keep telling yourself and replace it with a line that lifts you instead of crushing you. Maybe it's your mood. Catch one moment today when you're about to let a bad mood poison your whole day and flip it by stepping outside, breathing, shifting your energy. Maybe it's your money. Track every dollar today, even if it scares you. Do it today, one word, one thought, one moment. $1, do it so small it's impossible to fail, and then do it again tomorrow. This is how control is built, quietly, daily, deliberately. And when you do, you're not just surviving life anymore. You're taking it back piece by piece. So start now. When all of this is said and done, it comes down to one final question. If you don't grab the wheel now, who will? Picture yourself a year from today. Will you be standing in the same spot, saying the same excuses, spinning the same stories about why you can't change? Or will you look back and see the day you decided enough was enough? Every word you speak, every thought you let live rent-free in your head, every mood you feed or starve, every dollar you command or waste, it's building the life you have to live in tomorrow. You can't escape it, but you can shape it. That's the power you've always had, buried under fear, habit, and the lie that you're not ready yet. So as you close this out, see yourself standing in front of 4 open doors: thoughts, words, mood, money. On the other side is the life you say you want. Clear mind, calm heart, steady energy, freedom to choose. No one can walk through those doors for you. You either step in or you stay where you've always been. And if you stay, don't pretend you didn't know better. Because now you do, so take one breath, make one promise, keep it. Then keep the next. Master your thoughts, guard your words, steady your mood, command your money. And watch how the life you've been chasing finally starts chasing you back. This is your